Welcome to Cory's Conscious Living. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Make sure that you're laying down as still as you can and everything is just right in your room. You're ready to listen to the story. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya were very excited. Now, they get excited about a lot of things, but they were extremely excited. They were going to go and have a play date and a sleepover. Yes, a sleepover at one of their bestest friends' house, Reef's house. Cherry had her backpack packed for 2 days already, waiting to go. When they got to Reef's house, one of the first things that they did, which was Cherry's favoritist thing to do, was play video games. Reef and his best friend Taya were also super into video games, and one of their favorite video games was Lego Dimensions. It was one of Cherry's favorite games because Cherry wanted to be one of the toy figures. She said, "Don't you think it'd be awesome? Don't you think it'd be like super duper awesome? Like one of the coolest things ever if you could be one of them toy figures and like be in the video game itself and be a Lego person and just like be totally awesome like Lego pieces. And it's one of my favoritist dreams to dream about. I would love to be one of the toy figures in this game. Wouldn't you guys? Wouldn't you? I think it'd be absolutely awesome." Heidi was just watching them play, and Vaya was trying to convince everyone to dance and spin and sing, but no one really wanted to. Everyone else just wanted to do the video games. So she didn't mind very much. She was just off in the corner of the bedroom, doing her own thing, spinning around. Today she had a green tutu on and a sparkly green tiara, and she looked very pretty. She was playing with the tutu while she was spinning, and she was singing, "La la 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 la, me looks like a lovely princess today." Everyone really basically just ignored her and carried on doing their own thing. After a while, Reef's mum had a good idea, and she took them out to the arcade. She had lots of things planned for their special playover and sleepover. The arcade was busy and full of lots of kids, and what was awesome was everyone found something that they liked. Heidi decided she was more old-fashioned and she liked to play the old-fashioned video games. She liked Pac-Man. Pac-Man was simple. It wasn't too many things to do, not too complicated. All you really did was chase things around on a screen and run away from things around on the screen, and that was just her pace. Vaya was over the moon excited because she found a dance video game and she was doing all the steps and copying them, and it was just adorable, she thought. Everyone else found other games that they were playing on. They had lots of fun at the arcade. After a while, it was time to go somewhere else. This time, they went to the movie theater. And what was the most awesome thing about the movie theater was that they all got to have milkshakes. Cherry had strawberry, Reef and Taya had chocolate, Vaya had banana flavored milkshake, and Cherry had vanilla. So far, it was one of the bestest days ever. until it got even better. Reef's mum surprised them because it was such a lovely day. It was warm outside, the perfect weather for the beach. Reef's mum took them to Cory. It was one of the most perfect beaches to ride the waves. Yes, they were going to bodyboard at Cory. How cool is that? Cherry was in her element because she just thought it was awesome. Belly riding waves on a board. I mean, it was much easier than trying to stand up, she thought. This is just amazing! I love it! And I'm really good at this! It's much easier than trying to stand up surfing. I like bodyboarding. Bodyboarding is I think it's one of my new favourite things. I think I like bodyboarding more than tuna salad. I think I like bodyboarding more than, definitely more than milkshakes. And I think I like it more than, even more than Lego Dimensions. Don't you guys? It's awesome. Heidi was in her element because we all know she was super good at surfing. So bodyboarding was like, she could have done it in her sleep. And Vaya, she kind of just paddled her toes and wet them in the ocean and watched. Everyone had so much fun at Cory. And Reef's mum was right. It really was the perfect day for the perfect waves. They weren't too gnarly. They were just right. After that, they went home. Everyone got into their PJs after they showered or bathed. Everyone got settled down and comfortable. Everyone had a cup of hot cocoa. Everyone started to chill. They told stories about different things that they'd done before, funny stories about their pasts, fun stories about what they were going to do in the future. They talked about maybe having another sleepover soon. And then everyone started to get more tired and sleepy. When everyone laid down, the cats snuggled in to Reef and Taya, and Heidi decided to tell them all a bedtime story. Close your eyes, she said. Make sure that you're all laying comfortable. We're going to use our imaginations. So with your eyes closed, you can imagine things in your mind so much easier. Heidi had been listening to Cory's meditations, and she was very good at telling stories, everyone thought. Heidi said, try and stay as still as you possibly can. Once upon a time, Reef, Taya, Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya all went on a spaceship. The spaceship was on a secret mission to the moon. Everyone on board the spaceship had something very important that they had to do when they reached the moon. But no one could tell the other person what their secret mission was. Each one of them knew their own mission, and that was it. This was the first time all of them had flown on a rocket ship to the moon. They'd had many, many practices at the NASA station, but not actually gone all the way to the moon. So it was an important trip, and they were all very serious but very excited at the same time. Heidi was doing really well with her story. No one was fidgeting, no one was moving. Everyone was laid with their eyes closed, imagining that they were on the spaceship. She carried on with the story. The spaceship went faster than the speed of light, flying up through the sky, up through the clouds, up through the atmosphere, up to where the planets and the stars, up higher and higher, until eventually, over a long period of time, the spaceship finally reached its destination, the moon. Reef, Taya, and the cats all wore their special outfits for space. When the spaceship opened, one by one, they landed feet first on the moon. They all instantly got to work on their missions, their secret missions, each one of them doing their own thing. They all separated. It took them over a day to do their mission. And when their mission was done and everything was complete, all of them came back to the spaceship, and one by one got back on to the spaceship, sat in their special seats, and started to descend on their mission back to Earth. But before they did, each one of them was allowed to look out of the window and look back at the moon. And when they did, they discovered each other's mission. Written on the moon, carved into the stone, carved into the earth of the moon, was each one of their names. Reef, Taya, Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya all had their names written on the moon. How cool is that? They all high-fived each other, sat in their seats, and came all the way on their long journey back down to Earth. Heidi noticed that Vaya and Cherry were definitely asleep. She wasn't so sure about Reef and Taya at this point, so she carried on telling her story. When they got back to Earth, they all went back home and snuggled into bed. Their secret missions to space had been a success. All of the work that they'd done at NASA had paid off. Each one of them, forever and a day, would have their names written on the moon. And if you looked close enough, really closely and carefully at the moon, you never know, you might be able to see their names. By now, even Heidi had gone quiet. Everyone was still. Everyone was sleeping. It had been such a perfect day. The video games, the arcade, the movie, the milkshake, the beach. I mean, the cats couldn't have wished for a better day with Reef and Taya, their bestest friends. Time for sleep. Time for bed, sleepyhead. Just let go and completely relax. Let your body fall to sleep, just like everyone at the sleepover. Just listen to the music and let yourself relax completely. Just let go.